Remove, and we are there. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. It's been a minute. 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It's been a little while since we did the last live stream, but we're back, and I appreciate everybody that hung around and kind of gave us the patience that I was hoping that we would get while we took. I say we took this break. I needed the break. I needed to step away for a little bit. And there's been a lot going on, but we'll get to that in a little bit. As funny enough, I just starting this, and as Kara and I were talking, I realized I forgot to take my medicine. One of the things going on, I got strep last week, which is dumb, but tail end of antibiotics underway. Totally forgot to take that. Got to take care of that in a minute. So at any rate, Sean Miller, as always, joins us again. Thank you, buddy, for being here. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
And then DJ 3D Fishing, who's been here a number of times. He's back. And then we have Kara.
Hi.
First time, many time listener, watcher, viewer, longtime friend, first time on the show.
Yay.
So this worked out really well because I'm doing a striper charter this Saturday. DJ's boat is in the shop for the linkage, the shift linkage.
Shift actuator.
I was close. Okay.
Super fun.
Yeah. But he's got a BFL on St. Lawrence River this Saturday. So
with Kara.
Yeah. So this worked out great. They came down. He's like, "Can I borrow your boat?" I'm like, "Yup." So they came down, grabbing the boat. They're leaving with it tonight to actually head out tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And they're like, I was like, "It's just come on the show. That's be great." So we have mucho guests tonight. There is nothing on the agenda for specific topics. We're just going to kind of wing it on everything. But I do want to turn over to Sean for a minute because, buddy, you and I have not had the greatest of luck fishing-wise lately, although you've had more luck than I have had.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough. I don't know. I was out a couple weekends ago, and I did really good. So that was nice.
I did good.
I done good.
Did thing.
Yeah, I done good. It was fun. I went out and I wanted to try to catch them like in the grass on like Texas rigs and stuff like that. And I ended up throwing the new Buka Gill Glide that I got at the Northeast Fishing Expo or the New England Fishing Expo. And and I just like started getting smoked on it. So it just ended up being like a really cool day. Not at all how I expected to spend the day, but that was good. And then last weekend I actually didn't do any fishing. We went to Canada for America's birthday. So yeah, seems kind of backwards, but we had a good time. We had a good time.
You've still been at it, the both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And you've actually done well.
I have.
Tournament wise.
I have.
Tell you what,
He's been killing it.
I'm gonna let you two. So one of the things we always do for the stream, you both know, you've been here 1,000 times, is always doing a little bit of fishing report. We haven't done that in a while, so that's what I'm gonna start with. So I'm gonna let you two kind of talk about the last couple of trips you've done, especially you with your tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
You've done well,
mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna disappear for 3 minutes so I can take my medicine before I forget. I really have to do that. Do it. Talk about it.
So I started out doing and preparing the last couple of weeks for the Toyota series on Lake Champlain. So that's been my focus for the last probably month or so. And due to boat reasons I think I went up there Monday. I pre-fished a little bit Monday.
At Champlain.
On Champlain. Mm-hmm. And then Tuesday, I traveled. I spent probably 45 minutes traveling. So I was 45 minutes from where my truck was parked, and the shift actuator went, and that directly after I smoked a 4-pounder, which was like, okay, sign. That was good fish. I figured out a pattern. We figured out a really solid pattern, and we went to go move. And so that shift actuator allows your boat to go in forwards, reverse, and neutral. And if it's stuck in forwards or reverse, the motor won't start. So I had to get towed back to the closest launch, drive an hour and a half to get my truck, and then drive an hour and a half back to get the boat, and then drive an hour and a half back to where I was staying, and I spent all of Wednesday on the phone trying to find that part, about $1,300 part, and I checked within a 350-mile radius, was going to go to Canada, and nobody has it. So I had to withdraw from the tournament, and it is what it is. The boat's still in the shop because Mercury does not have the part available until the end of July, probably. So that's going to be yes. And other than that, I mean, we found a really, really good pattern, and I was super excited to be able to fish this event. And there's a lot of Elite Series guys up there. It was just it's my first Toyota. You know, I was really excited and really hopeful, and well, I didn't get to fish it. So, but she's been killing it.
Well, luckily it happened before the tournament and not during the tournament. So at least you got your money back,
is
like
true,
as
yes.
much as it sucks, but you know, so that's kind of the silver lining to that. So my boat club tournaments with Celtic Bass, I have been killing it. I'm currently sitting in first place with the club, which is awesome. So first one, I got third. Yeah. I got third place. Shoot, I'm looking. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it was a Mercury.
Yeah. You're gonna rip that off and put a Yamaha on there, right?
I probably am now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst part was my sponsors and good buddy Spencer from Berkshire Bass we stay together and travel together. And the night before, he's like, "You're gonna get rid of that stupid Mercury." I swear it's his fault. He jinxed me.
Yeah. So my first tournament was at Long Pond here in Massachusetts. Actually not here because I'm in New Hampshire. So I came in third place there. And then at Mashpee, Wakeby Ponds, I came in third place again, but got team as well for that one. What are you laughing at?
Crown place.
Oh, what did he say? Kiss me. And then at South Watuppa, I didn't make the podium for that tournament, but I did get team again. So doing pretty well with that. The Potomac, I learned so much at fishing that place. I've been there several times now, and I was lucky to get the 2 fish that I had. I unfortunately lost a 3.5 pounder right at the boat. Even my boater was like, that was such a nice fish. Like, I'm so sorry. And, it all came down to the fact that I didn't retie.
Amateur hour.
I know, such amateur hour, so I went from, potentially being in the money to just not. So, but other than that, yeah, I've done pretty well. Biggest fish I have so far for the year is a 6.2 and a automatic 3-pounder. I caught a really nice fish on Sunday, and I unfortunately didn't have any button batteries for my Berkeley scale, and so automatically that was a 3-pound fish, but it was definitely closer to 6.5. I'll be liberal with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Conservative. I guess I should say I should be conservative with it. I thought it was closer to 7 pounds, but liberal, I'll say it was closer to 6.
It was tricky because all these fish were super post spawn and they just had giant heads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like I caught a 4 that was it was 4 on the scale, but when we brought it up to the boat, we're like, that's a 5.
Yeah.
Like, that's a 5.
Yeah.
And then you get it up to the boat and you're like, oh,
Where'd
so,
the rest of you go?
I really want to.
right,
I really want to
exactly.
say that, like, that fish looked like a 6, if not a 7. But like the way the fish were weighing that day, it's just I really want to know what that fish was because it was big.
Put down the Ozempic, okay? Like
I didn't see that picture.
Yeah, it was a nice fish.
And apologies again for stepping away for a minute, but 1, got my medicine. 2, set up a fan, which because the moment I walked away, I was like, it's already getting warm as hell in here. Holy hell. Yeah, that's a 6 all damn day. Oh my God.
From my own dock.
That's insane.
And my family camp.
Yep. That's a donkey.
Here, you have much longer arms than I do.
Oh, hang on. Sean, pull me up. Oh, wait, can I do this? Can you do it? Can I do it?
Do the thing.
Hold on.
Oh, even better.
Even better.
Okay.
Move.
Let it focus.
Oh, it's reflecting the other TV.
That is a very big fish.
There.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
That's a good one.
it was, yeah. And of course, everybody had already left. And so I was just fishing by myself and right off of the dock that DJ and my buddy Tyler put in the weekend before. And, you know, throwing just a black and blue chatterbait, you know, just pulling it through the grass really slow, really slow. And it's funny too, because the weekend before that and this past weekend, we all had that fish at one point, but it kept breaking us off.
Oh, geez.
And so, you know, it was like 1:30 in the afternoon, something like that. Blue bird skies.
Yeah.
And when that fish hit, it's like, this is not a rock, this is not a tree. I am setting the hook on this fish. And so I brought it in, and I was yelling to the neighbors next door, really nice family from Connecticut. And I was like, hey, like, do you guys have a button battery? And I was like walking through the water with the fish in the net. And I was like, I got a giant, you know, and they come out and they're like, oh my God, I've never seen a fish that big in here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, well, do you have any batteries? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, do you have like a TV remote or something? And they're like, no.
You've all failed me. You suck.
Yeah, well, so that's what I get. And I think that pond honestly doesn't want people knowing that there's fish of that size or caliber there. And
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm okay with that. You know, I'm all about the karma when it comes to fishing and
Yep.
you know, all the superstition and all that silly stuff. So
I got my lucky fishing underpants.
You have your what?
I got lucky fishing underpants.
Do you really?
Tournament time, I always wear the same pair of underpants. I swear to God.
What color thong is that?
I can confirm.
Purple. It's got an extra bow.
Except for the middle part that's brown.
There.
No comment.
Ask me about pre-fishing at the St. Lawrence when we're done with this.
Okay. All right. I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
All right. So my turn for fishing reports. So I've been very open when things are going like really, really bad for me. And typically it's short stretches. And I get really, really negative about it. This has been the worst season I've had in my life.
Had a good spring.
I've had 2 really good days this spring. That's it. I've had so I'll get to that. I'm gonna spin this in a positive. I'm not it's been a bad season, but I'm gonna make this positive. For all the struggles I've had, I've been out 20 times now. I've had 6 good days. 3 of those were actually good days by my standards, which I know I recognize, acknowledge I set very unhealthy standards for myself. For literally everything in my life. It's a problem. Still working on it. We're getting there.
I throw swimbaits. I get it.
DJ was part of 2 of those 3 phenomenal days I've had. One we were fishing together, and then the other day, the other trip we were fishing side by side. We were up there, and I was throwing the flukes. I had a good day doing that. I don't even remember what the 3rd good day was, but I know I had a 3rd good day. Now the other 3 days, those were like 3 good days, like no questions, great days.
Smashed them.
Yep. And I had 3 other good days where they were good by this season's standards, which is not good. But, you know, it was 3 days where I caught at least 10 fish. I caught a couple that were close to 3 pounds. So nothing big, but I didn't catch a ton of rats either. But that was it. That was the extent of it. The other 16 of those 20 trips, half of those I've skunked. And then, so the other remaining 8, I caught a couple of fish and nothing big in any of them. So this season's been so bad. That is literally the reason why I stepped away from the channel. I didn't even want to talk fishing. I wasn't thinking about fishing. I didn't want to talk about it. I wasn't looking forward to my weekend trips like I usually do. Like there was nothing about fishing that excited me like it ever did before. And that was kind of weird to be in that point when my entire life I've been excited about it. So I was like, well, let me just walk away from everything until I feel better. And here's the thing. I still have done absolutely dog crap of fishing. It has not turned around for me like at all. But, you know, the beautiful part about this is because I took such a big step back, the few times I was going out, it was more like I'm paying for this boat. I'm paying a lot of money per month. I got to go take it out for at least a couple hours. And I caught a couple of fish. But the time I've regained back by not taking these long, all day long trips really far away is not only a lot of money back in my pocket that I'm not blowing on gas, but I got a lot more time at the house. I've gotten a lot of things done that I've been put on the back burner for years. And that has been phenomenal. Now, on the same token, I've also had a lot of things going on with work, I would say for the most part in a really good way. And while there's been some turmoil, to put it lightly, on the plus side, what came out of it is I got another promotion, which is good. And it's at a level now where, thank you both. Thank you. I'm now at a level where I really get to be a decision maker. I'm not good at like trying. I try to keep work and outside life separate, but I am really proud of this because it is a huge step forward. I'm now going to be the product line manager for our entire recreational marine product line, which is huge. It's 65% of our business, and I get to be in the driver's seat for all the decision making on these products. That's a lot. It's going to be a lot, but it's funny because like everything with this. People are like, hey man, do you ever see yourself doing like something in the fishing industry, like with your channel or whatever, and doing this full time? And I'm like, yeah, but no, I don't think it'll ever happen. I am fortunate enough that I do have a full-time job in the fishing industry. I do work for a fishing company. We make transducers, and it's 5 minutes from my house. So I'm excited that I've made the most of my opportunities here, and I'm going to continue to do that for however long they will allow me to, and hopefully I do well with it. But with that, comes to kind of the big update I was hoping to do with the channel and kind of keep everybody in the loop on what's going to happen. This is undoubtedly going to dramatically increase the amount of work I will have to do, especially for the remainder of this year. So I don't know what that means for the channel moving forward, other than videos like regular fishing upload videos, those have to evolve. The videos I've always been doing since day one, I do not foresee those coming back. I have been doing videos on YouTube since 2009 and starting with the gaming channel and then rolling right into the fishing channel. And they have, just through my own interests, gotten much more complicated and tedious and time consuming to make, to the point now where a single fishing trip, like that really good day we had together, work out that 6:15, that took me like 13 hours to edit that.
Yeah.
And now my kids are older. I'm having less time, which is fine. Spend more time with them. But when they were younger, it was like 8 o'clock was like a hard kind of cutoff point. Let's go up, like go downstairs and start editing. Because it was easier when they were younger. Because like you guys got to go to bed. Now my kids are older; they're up to like 11, so I don't even get down here till 9:30. I'm not getting any younger. So again, the starting point of editing is getting 10 times harder, and I have less energy. So I don't know that I have the time anymore to do these 12 to 14 hour long editing sessions to get these videos done. But I want to still do videos. So I don't know what that means yet. I just do think that going back to the way things were, probably not going to happen again. But we'll see. I could be wrong. I might find that I've got time to squeeze in a video like that every once in a while. And I do intend to go out there and record and just start stockpiling it because I have like 14 terabytes of storage. I can start storing all this raw footage and see where that goes. I don't know. We're like flying by the seat of our pants here, ladies and gentlemen.
Sometimes that's
the
what
plan.
like just you got to do that on the water too.
Man, that's all I've been doing every trip out.
Oh, no. That's what I do. I'm like, let's throw this. Well, all right, that didn't work.
Dude, I've gone out so many times where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna fish finesse today because I know finesse always works no matter what I do, no matter where I go. And I go out there, I'm like, they won't even touch a freaking drop shot or a Ned rig. Now what? It's like, oh, they need a 3.3 inch swim bait in a color I threw 5 years ago on a 5/16 ounce head with a 2-aught hook. That's the magic combo today. And I got 3 fish doing that.
Dude,
But
some of the
3 fish.
Some of the most fun that I've had was that day that I spent on the water targeting like panfish.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
man.
that was really fun. It's something like I don't think I've ever gone out and like I don't want to catch bass. I ended up catching 2, but it was not at all what I was going for. but it was fun. I was able to kind of
Found
just like
myself doing that last year too.
it was just like reset, you know, like it was kind of cool. I was using like a super light rod, super light line, like super light bait. I think it was like a 16,000 ounce jig head with like a tiny little like 2-inch Kitech on the back, and we were just like having fun catching sunfish. It was cool. We caught five species of fish. I caught a big old taco freaking crappie that day too. Had I had like another
Yeah,
one,
you
I
did.
could have made lunch. The thing was sweet.
Speaking of lunch, when we were up at my camp on Saturday night, I actually caught a mondo. What was it? It was a
Rock bass.
rock
Like a
bass.
huge rock bass,
huge,
like
absolutely
Close to
huge.
2-pound rock bass.
And I am
weigh it?
primarily
We threw it right on the grill.
So I was gonna say I'm
heard it
normally
good.
catch and release only, and I caught that thing and I was like, kill it, get it out of my
Catch and
pond.
release on the grill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Released into butter.
I literally just like, I mean, not to for a girl to measure, but it was like this, like it was huge.
Yeah.
We won't talk about the girth, but you know, it was awesome, and it was delicious.
Big enough to make you smile.
Yeah, exactly. Am I flush?
My buddy Dennis Hart went up to Winnie a couple of years ago, like right after him and I had like really started talking, becoming good friends. And the rock bass invasion up on Winnie was insane. So he went up there and he'd heard they're good eating. So he went up
They
and
are tasty, man.
he caught a ton. He brought them home and he texted me the next day. He's like, dude, that was honestly one of the best eating fish I've ever had. And I was like, huh, all right, it's good to know.
Yeah.
I
have a little burn barrel. We got a fire pit, and I've got a grill that goes on the fire pit. And I literally just knocked it out and slapped it right on the grill over the fire, flipped it, charred it, just picked at it with our hands. It was just didn't need any. It was just so good.
Yeah, it was a little. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was sweet.
What was I going to say about that? Oh, I was hoping you would weight it because the state record in New Hampshire is 1 pound 6 ounces.
Oh.
And back on Newfound Lake in 2017, 28. No, hang on, I can think about this. It was right about you took me up to the place in Vermont in 2020, and that was the turning point of like, hey, wow, it's cool not being in New Hampshire. No offense, New Hampshire, but my first time traveling out of state, I was like, wow, this is great. I'm doing a lot more of this. And that was also like the last year I went up to Newfound. That's also right about the same time that the rock bass invasion happened. And Andrew out there, and I hooked something. I'm like, well, that feels weird. Thought it was good. And I get in the boom, I'm like, oh my God, that's a huge rock bass. Go throw it back. Andrew's like, no, weigh it. I'm like, I don't want to. Weigh it. 1 pound 5 ounces. 1 ounce off the state record.
I do believe that you still have to be 2 ounces over for it to be recorded.
I don't think that's the case for state records. For world records, yes.
Oh.
No, state records,
only...
you gotta a lot of states you gotta beat it by 2 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's the case for New Hampshire. Because I remember, I'll have to go double check. I will not say for certain, but I am extremely positive that is not the case for New Hampshire.
I do believe it is for Vermont. Because I was talking to Sean Good about that.
Okay.
And he said, even if you have one that is, call me and we will figure it out. Because it's still a state record and it still should be allowed, regardless of the rules that are in place.
Yeah. You're the 1A to the 1B.
Yeah.
I am, because I know for like IGFA, that's the rule for world records for fish under 100 pounds, I believe, is how that works. Something like that.
100 pounds.
IGFA, yeah. Now you're getting the saltwater thing. Speaking of which, you know what? You want to go off on a tangent? You know what I think is the dumbest thing? Line weight records.
Oh God!
Oh my God! There's some woman
I
down
win
in
12
Texas
pound.
Yeah.
that like keeps posting about it and bragging about it. Like, I've got the line class world record for a largemouth bass because I caught an 8-pounder on 6-pound line. It's like, are you kidding me? That's the most petty. Like, come on, it's so dumb.
Like, I caught a 7-8 on 12-pound test with a big swim bait.
Have you not watched like Taku and Kuya Fujita like catch it on like 6-pound tests on the Bassmaster Elite Series all the time?
Right.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I would say that that's kind of cool, but like, Grace, you can use like 2-pound tests as long as you set your drag right. Like, you know, it's stupid, but whatever.
It's
hey, like, man, different strokes for different folks. If I had a line weight record, I'd probably be like, I got a record. So
Right?
who am I to say, you know, they're dumb? I'm
Get
dumb
those
for not
likes and
having one.
follows.
I'm gonna just tie up all my stuff on like the crappiest like little kiddie pole 1 pound mono and go tote my world record 1 pound mono kiddie pole record all around. Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna say, what's that video of that guy with the Barbie rod and he caught a grouper on his kayak?
Oh my God.
Yeah, like ridiculous. I
That
don't know.
must have been insane.
I mean, yeah.
We did a Barbie. We did a princess pole challenge before it was like a thing. When we went up to the St. Lawrence River back in 2019, I want to say it was, and like we all got to pick each other's Barbie poles out at Thousand Island Tackle Store, and they looked at us like we were crazy. But we went out 2 boats, 2 guys on each boat, and we like had a 5-fish tournament against one another. Obviously during the season, this was up in like September or something like that, and you had 3 hours to catch a bass, a smallmouth or a largemouth. Rock bass didn't count, and you had to record it on video and send the video to the other guys, like
Nice.
watching you like reel it in and unhook it and stuff, and then you could switch over to your regular tackle. But you couldn't.
God.
You couldn't switch over to your regular like full length rods or any you could put whatever lure you want on it, but you couldn't switch the line. So we were using like 4 pound mono. There was like no drag on these princess poles. And
So water sniper.
Dude,
right.
we were throwing like anything and everything. And I remember just like people standing in their houses and we're like chucking it around docks trying to find a little bass like hanging around there, and they're like laughing at us. There's grown men on a boat. Like mine, I still have my princess pole. It's a little like Minnie Mouse princess pole, and it lights up when you press the button.
That is amazing.
It's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I was the only one to be able to successfully complete the challenge. My brother was one of the ones on the other boat. And no one else completed the challenge. So I had to sit there for like a painstaking extra like 2 hours as my partner on my boat was trying to fish with a princess pole, and I'm fishing with like regular stuff. It was pretty bad, but it ended up being a really cool thing. Yeah.
We should definitely do that for sure.
It's so much fun.
I tried.
It sounds awesome.
Andrew and I intended to do something similar the very first time we went down for the winter holdover stripers. And we were talking about it, we were excited, and he was like, dude, we should bring our ice fishing rods, like our friggin' like panfish jigging rods. I was like, yeah, let's do that. So we got on there, we caught like 30 each, and we were like, all right. And we went down with the 2 J's that are really good friends with Derek, the owner of Beast Coast Fishing. So they're the ones that told us about the spot. They like, come down, we'll show you around, kind of like give you the lay of the land, like yada yada. We're like, okay. So we get down there and we're all hyped, and boats are kind of side by side, and Andrew's like, it's time, like, all right, to reach in and look over, and they thought I was taking this stupid rod out for like some stupid challenge video because I had the GoPros out. And he's like, bunch of people have already done that, dumbass. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, they already made a bunch of stupid videos of Barbie rods. I'm like, like they're pissing on my Wheaties. I'm not gonna have any fun anymore.
I used to keep it in the boat.
Didn't even try.
Yeah, I used to keep it in the rod locker. So like if I was having like a bum day or I just wasn't having fun, I just bust out the Barbie pole and just fish with it for a while. Like it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I also for years had an ice fishing rod in my boat. I found it in the summer fishing the lake, and I snagged it and brought it up, and I just kept it in my boat, just like you're saying. Having a bummer day, just go fishing for panfish, grab the ice fishing rod, and it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried to go out for, well, my buddy Adam and I went out. I don't know, at this point it was probably middle of June. We went out, did Lake Ontario, and that sucked. Ooh. And then like down towards me in Rochester. And then we went to Onondaga, and we were just trying to throw giant baits for muskie. Had some followers, but nothing committed. I was kind of a bummer.
Why didn't you throw the shell cracker?
Yeah, it's just I didn't have it. It was sitting on the shelf behind me right now. But
when was the last time I saw water?
Probably
that's too long.
Ago.
Yeah. That ain't right.
So my very first like swim bait was gifted to me by Kara, and it is a shell cracker that I have. Hold
get
on.
Go get it.
Get.
So you
I
can,
will never forget your face.
you
Sorry.
can blame her
See?
for the addiction.
See, I
Yeah.
told you. I told you. I still have it. I still
As you
have that
should.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, show it again.
What you got going on out there?
Do you have room for one more? Jacob really wants to join the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's
Come
go.
on in.
You coming in?
Hi, buddy.
Hi, can I come too?
What?
I love it. Did you know this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hi, buddy. I'm in your seat.
You are my
Oh, good to see you.
buddy. Good.
Aw, little family reunion.
Hi,
Aw.
Sean.
Hi, air hug.
Yeah. Now it's gonna get really
Yeah,
hot in
very
here.
hot. Now it's gonna get very hot. in here.
Yes,
Dude,
dude.
I can't walk.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I
'cause-
cannot walk.
Yeah, Florida tan over here.
I know.
My ass.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
my
hey,
God,
hey! You
that's
gotta pay
one.
extra for that.
Is he showing you his lucky underwear?
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
So you just drove 22 straight hours from Florida.
Yes,
Holy.
without sleeping.
Oh my god.
Just straight through.
Yeah.
My man's been driving since 10 o'clock last night.
No shit.
We went, my sister brought me out to dinner for my last night. And I can't remember. I'm so out of it. Oh, then I went to bed at like 7:30 and woke up at like 8:15 and I could not fall asleep. So 10 o'clock came around. I'm like, because I was planning on leaving at like 1:30
Yeah.
in the morning
You're
today.
like, screw it, just go.
And I said, yeah, no, I'm just gonna leave. So
That's kind of what I'm at the toss up right now is when we're done with the live stream. Do I just go right to the St. Lawrence? Or do I even bother taking a nap for a couple hours? Or
I mean, it's a nice drive out there.
is
where?
It's out to the St. Lawrence.
Oh yeah,
From here.
that's nothing.
No.
8 hours?
I
from
told
here?
myself I was like, so it's like driving to and from the St. Lawrence like 3 times.
Yeah.
So maybe 4. So I got this.
Which is impressive because you can't even make it from Champlain and back without a nap.
I know.
You just got to get through that first like nodding off period,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're good to go for the rest of the time.
So I was on the phone with him when you pulled up, and that's literally what he's saying. He's like, I'm not even tired anymore. I was tired for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even tired anymore. I feel great.
Exactly.
dude,
You
like-
get to
Wind.
you get to the
I
point where you
got-
just become like delirious.
Yeah.
Sean said you get to the point where you just like feel delirious.
Who?
What?
Yeah, you know
Well,
what's bad when
yes.
your eyeballs are just kind of like going like this. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I do
God.
when I drove to the Potomac. It's nice because Kara comes with me now and we can switch off. But a lot of times I get to that point where it's like I don't just keep going.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
12 hours,
Mhm.
just keep going.
Send. Full stop.
Yeah. I
Like-
got to the 12-hour mark and I was like, rebel. Oh man.
Mike Bradley said you came back for the ham salad, Sammy's.
Oh yeah, duh.
Dude, I just made ham salad yesterday.
Yeah. Damn, I should have told you I was coming.
It's so good. So good.
Oh man, I don't have any pants.
You literally don't own any
You'll be
pants.
fine.
It's like 70 degrees out.
Yeah.
I need pants.
What?
Oh,
No.
Stop it.
Oh, Florida weather.
jeez.
You're like, it's hot as shit.
No,
out
I
right now.
swear to God, dude.
It's
Like,
You do not
it's,
need pants. You'll be
it's
fine.
not even, dude.
It's
I
humid.
know it's not Florida humidity. No, but
You walk
you know what?
outside and it's a bowl of soup.
In,
Down there.
Yeah, no,
Like,
true. Yeah.
That's because you're in a rainforest now.
well, when it's over 94, 95, 96 every day, you hop into 70s.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's what Spencer was like when we went to the Potomac this
Mhm.
year. It was like 65 out, and he's like, "I'm freaking freezing. I need a
Yeah.
sweatshirt." I was like, "Dude, I'm down here. It's so nice. It was like
So much
30
warmer.
degrees back
Yeah.
home. Like,
Yeah.
this is sweet." And he's like, "I need a sweatshirt. I'm freezing."
It was a wild drive. That's for sure. I saw some stuff. Almost got taken out
Flip phone activated.
by,
Do you know that guy? I don't know. There's a guy on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and
I need
he,
a flip
he
phone now.
does
Yup.
flip phone, videos, and he's in Florida, like flip phone activated.
Yeah, he's a Florida man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So it was fun being down there and all, but there's just too many goddamn people down there, and it just wasn't for me. I gave it a year.
Wait, you're like back
Are you
up here
home
now?
I'm back.
What?
Sean, you're done. You're off the channel.
No.
See you guys.
Hey, come back! I still need you. There he is.
Hey.
Well, welcome home.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
now
it
we can
just-
throw
it
big
just
baits
didn't-
again.
Yay.
Dude,
Well, I was gonna say you can throw them in what, January, February down there?
you can throw them all year long.
Yeah.
All year.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
big
but-
baits?
Doesn't matter.
We have a place.
I mean,
wanna
we
go
can
spend
throw 'em
night
all
fishing
year
and
long,
catch,
too.
like,
We just-
40 pounds of night fishing.
We just
It's
have
true.
not as good
I'm true.
luck.
I'm true.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
We
down.
work on our
I'm
arm
sure he does.
muscles.
Andrew, did you catch a peacock bass while you're down
Can't
there?
hear him.
Did you catch a peacock bass while you're down there?
No,
Oh.
No
Yeah.
peacock, no snook.
I caught a tarpon.
He did catch
Oh.
a tarpon
Yeah.
off my dad's dock.
Yep. And I caught a bunch of largies, but nothing huge. The biggest one I got was probably that one I caught, probably 4.5, 5 pounds.
Mm.
But I lost one that was probably the first month or two I was down there. I lost one that was well over big.
Well, how big is well over big?
Florida big.
Well over big. Florida,
Florida big.
Florida big. I mean,
Florida.
9
That's it,
plus easily. Dude, his mouth was, it was huge. It came up.
Mhm.
And then-
Show.
I say
Oh.
she caught a fucking donkey at her parents'
Like-
pond.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, but my
Yeah.
scale died, so automatic 3-pounder.
That's a 7.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Post spawn.
Hell yeah. Post spawn.
Yeah, I
Super
caught it on
post-spawn.
Sunday.
That's too bad.
I know.
So now you asked to borrow the boat, and I was like, as long as you get back by Saturday night, and I'm sure you're probably like, oh, that's tough. Now you know why I needed it back Saturday night.
I'm just bummed I don't have a boat to go out with you guys now. Damn.
Yeah. Well, when's your boat getting fixed?
Whenever Mercury
Mm.
decides to ship and make
Never.
parts.
Whenever
What did you do?
DJ saves up enough pennies
Shift
to get a
actuator.
Yamaha on the back.
That's right.
Dude, I'm
Right.
legitimately shaking.
Do you want a blanket?
No, like I'm shaking, not cold. I'm cold, but not shaking.
Oh.
Between
Sleep deprivation?
Red
Yeah.
Bull withdrawals and
Oh yeah, yeah,
Kivy out.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
well, he was in Florida.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But now it's in New England, so it's just as like methy.
Well, yeah. So what is it? The
We just hide our meth up
I
here.
don't know, dude. It's pretty messy down there.
meth mayhem down there, and up here you got the
Oh man,
what is it? The
Heron.
Fenty lean?
Orange
Yeah, oh, Fenty lean. That's
Is
right.
that what
Oh,
it is?
Fenty
Dude.
lean.
Dude, there was we went for so we went for
No, that's
Yes.
zombie.
we went for dinner in Toronto, and there was some dude outside of the restaurant doing that.
I'm
Yeah.
Oh, for
listening,
real?
Sean.
Out-
Toronto.
Yeah. It was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Oh.
He said he ran into the same thing. Someone doing that outside of a restaurant in Toronto. He was very American and went to Canada for 4th of July.
Who did?
Sean.
That's sick.
Listen, it was like, so we decided, my wife was like, we were trying to find a weekend where we could go take like a little family vacation. And I was like, even if it's just a long weekend, let's find some place. Let's find a time to go. She got Friday off, paid holiday from work, didn't have to use any PTO, which is, it comes at a premium these days. So it's like she got a free day off on Friday. For me, work is closed on Friday. Like, we're not shipping any cases. So like I could do Saturday and Sunday, we could go up there and whatever. So she wanted to go to the beach, the ocean. I was like, all right, we can go to Maine. Like, if we stay here, blah, blah, blah. She's like, how long of a drive is that? And I'm like, 7 hours and 15 minutes. She's like, nope. So then we decided that. I was like, well, we can go to like Rhode Island. We can go here. We can go there. And she was like, how long is that? And I was like, 5 hours and 45 minutes. She's like, nope. And I'm like, well, I mean, we could just go do something cool in Canada. There's plenty of stuff to do, with kids in Canada, because obviously I have a 20-month-old. And so she's like, how far is drive is that? I'm like, 2 hours and 51 minutes. She goes, we're going to Canada. So
He's already almost 2 years old.
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy. So yeah, she's a sassy little one. But yeah, so it was cool though. It was cool. So I mean, we did a bunch of cool stuff there. We did the aquarium, which was dope. Went to the CN Tower. A friend's husband is the president of Heinz Canada. Like he's someone, and we got to go to a Blue Jays game and basically like sit on the field in like a private little Heinz section that he sponsors. So that was dope. Like right on, it was sick. Right on first baseline, two private bars, private concession stand, air conditioning. Like it was dope, and it was hot as hell up there too. So yeah, it was fun. I mean, we made a good weekend out of it. Didn't see any fireworks for the 4th of July, so that's a first for me.
Oh yeah, you're in Canada.
I heard them from Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
Twin Peaks is awesome, by the way.
But it was
Never
cool.
been, you totally go.
Are you talking Twin Peaks like the restaurant that you see?
Yeah,
Twin
Oh
Peaks?
hell yeah!
That's like the
I know
new
a couple
Hooters,
girls from there.
Andrew. Like the new Hooters.
Yeah.
Oh, it's way better than Hooters.
I don't
There
know,
was a
the
Hooters in
are pretty
Toronto.
good.
Their food is actually pretty bomb.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah,
Hooters chicken wings are way better than Buffalo Wild Wings.
I actually
Yeah.
have a recipe for chicken
Nice. Me too.
and burgers, which are really good.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, you would do that.
Yeah, but you have to look at the recipe as you're making it.
Me? No, hell no.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Wait.
Sean and I are like, yeah.
I got time.
How? Which recipe book are we breaking out here
Yeah,
for
right.
what?
Andrew, if you behave, I'll give you my recipe for ice too. Okay, it's a really good
Ooh,
one.
for
Got to keep it
ice.
secret though.
I still
Yeah.
haven't mastered that one yet.
The trick is
it's
hot water.
tricky.
Mhm.
It is.
You got to
tricky.
use
Yeah.
yeah. You got to use the good purified filtered water
That good.
to make it clear.
High quality H2O. How did we shade?
Dude, my stomach's killing me.
I got a bunch of pizza upstairs.
Like I'm probably only eating pizzas and Red Bull.
And no offense to see your sister's on here, but it was from the place she works at, and it's really not that good. But she wasn't working tonight, so I'll just chalk it up to it wasn't good because she wasn't there making it.
Harry, you steal that
Yeah.
DRT yet?
Which one?
Who's stealing DRTs?
Yeah.
No,
what
the
do you
perch
like?
one that Sean Place gave you, DJ.
I've been throwing it.
Oh yeah, right there, DJ. You owe me DRT perch cash this year.
Oh.
Dude,
I'm
I thought
trying.
Me and Sean Place were friends on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
We weren't.
Oh,
I had no idea.
you dummy.
So I went on. I was like, "Why? Oh, you went out with Oliver? That's sick."
Yep.
I was like, "Oh, follow."
I
Whoops, my bad, dude.
think everybody knows that about you in social media, though.
Yeah.
Does he not like me? No, he's just
Andrew can help me play around with my car now.
Oh yeah.
That's what he said when I was on the phone earlier.
Can
was
you
like,
believe that thing was my mother's?
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Is it EX?
SI.
SI? It's an SI?
Yeah.
Mhm.
6-speed
Speed, yeah.
manual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom's only in her upper 70s.
That's pretty sick.
Tearing up the town.
She was going to give it to Habitat for Humanity, and I was like, please no, please,
Yeah.
please no.
Yeah,
gotta-
she was. Yeah, she
You gotta
told the
shift like an
family.
idiot.
Oh, I just got.
Yeah.
Got two-step, yeah, sucker.
Yeah. I swear the automotive department at my tech school, it was like a wet dream for them. But then seeing my mom drive it, they're like, oh.
Yeah,
There he is. Hey, thanks, buddy. Sean.
there you go.
But yeah, no, Sean, I have not stolen that DRT. I have more than enough swim baits that I can throw, but I still throw like 10
Yeah.
out of my 75.
So
all new
I started
radiator,
throwing
everything.
that
3-inch
little-
intake, 3-inch
Uh-huh.
headers, 3-inch
The soft-
exhaust.
the 5-inch.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a full
Yeah,
tune.
I know.
First cast, like almost every time I went.
All new
Really?
shifting components.
single time.
Coilovers come next
Almost every
week.
single-
This is so strange right now.
I know.
I
it's
know
like
they're,
three
they're,
conversations
they're
going
talking
on.
about cars
Fishing
over
and
there. We're
everything.
talking about fishing.
Fishing.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Kyle, I see. Going home, Drew. We're going striper now, please.
Yes, sir.
So, and it's funny because Sean was talking earlier about how he had a lot of fun going out and targeting not bass, going out and doing something different this year. And this will be the first year I've done multiple striper trips, and this will probably not be the last one. I'm hoping to go out for a third and maybe fourth. Then I had that work trip. When was that? Last month? Month before? I don't know.
Last month.
Yeah, okay, it was last month. Where
I think
went
it
out
was
and
right
back.
beginning of June.
Yeah, did the walleye fishing for the first time. That was still a little weird. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of trolling. And like we were catching some big walleye. You never know.
They're just not fun to like. They're not fun to reel in,
No,
Well,
you
they
don't
don't-
reel,
they
you
don't-
winch.
and they
Yeah.
don't fight at all either.
Yeah.
Even on light line, it's like
walleye?
reeling. Yeah,
Yeah.
But they do when I catch them on Champlain. Every time
When
I catch them on Champlain, I think I got a giant small.
When you're trolling though, it's a different thing though, because like you don't stop the boat because you've got other
Right.
lines out. So it's like a different game. Like I think when I like so Craig, right? Like and Craig's been on here
Yeah.
and Craig will they call them programs, right? So he's like, we ran this program, and it's like you just threw a bunch of lines out, some planer boards and
this
shit
way
like that.
and
Like
this way and this
like,
way. and
yeah,
this
so-
way and
yeah.
so
this
like-
way and
so
this
so
way.
they have like they do these like he calls them programs and like they sit there and they troll in the whole 9 yards and they run these programs and blah 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 and colors and different and like colors on the line mean like how far out you are, like how deep you are, the whole 9 yards. And like so you learn to do all this stuff, and then you learn like once you see like a planer board that's like you walk them out in a line, and then one like drags back that you have a fish, and so you snap it hard, the planer board like flips to its side, and then you got to like walk it around and then back down the middle. It ends up being
Yep.
pretty cool. It ends up being pretty cool like to literally have all these other lines going on, and you're just reeling it up in the middle, and then you reset it, you let it go out straight, and then you walk it back across back in the line, and it's like it becomes like an art, and it's kind of like this sexy little dance that you do when you're trolling, and it's like you can screw things up royally if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool to do. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but like you can harm a couple beers while you're doing it and have a good time and have tacos for a year and like stick some stuff in the freezer. So it's I don't know, it's kind of cool. Like it's something different. It's something that is out of the norm.
Yeah.
When I get them on Champlain on my bass gear, it's like I hooked into a beach towel. Like they don't fight. It's just kind of
spin.
no, they
As
don't
your
really
boat- no.
spin.
I
It's
caught a
just kinda
sleeping bag out of the Charles River.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
What?
forgot about that.
Oh.
Dude, we
what?
didn't we talk about like so DJ said you pulled up an ice fishing pole. I remember
did.
talking to Andrew about the weirdest
caught an
thing
ice
that
fishing
like
pole.
the weirdest thing that he caught like fishing for bass, and Andrew's was a sleeping bag that may or may not have had like animal bones in it, right?
So there was a
And then-
sleeping bag
There
that
was
he had,
something in it. I don't know.
and then the random hunk of metal that you hooked off that hump in 70 feet of water on.
90.
At 90 feet of water on Newfound. And dude, for like 5 minutes, we're like, he's got a giant. This is great.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this piece of metal like this big comes
Well,
up.
because I would reel it up and then it would like fall back down. And
Right.
it was like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. I'm like, oh, the heck shit. Giant anchor on. And it just was a big chunk of metal.
Was it you or
He
me
pulled the drain plug to the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
at the Vermont Brownie Factory? Was it you or me that caught the ice fishing scoop? They usually you drill your
Oh.
hole and you scoop and everything out.
I
Was it
think
me?
it was you.
I couldn't remember, but that was the funniest thing
Yeah,
too.
that was
It's amazing how fast those things
Sink?
Those
things sink.
Oh yeah,
I
and it
can't
was one of
find
those
it.
like aluminum ones, so like
Oh yeah.
it's got a good amount of
yeah.
weight, and I'm reeling
Yeah.
it up, and then the thing's like kind of corkscrewing around because the
Right.
spoon, and it's like, oh my god, this is a giant.
So I ended up
No,
I ended
they
up
hung up.
hooking just down the road at this small little like reservoir from where you're talking about, Sean. I ended up catching some ice fishing line that was still connected to the tip up.
Oh,
And
God.
like, yeah,
Oh,
so
I've done
it
that
was
before.
it was weird. It was weird. Like I like hooked something. I was like, this seems weird. And I like,
Mhm.
reel it in and I get it. And it's just like this thick white line. And I'm like, what the frick is this? And I'm like hand lining it in for like ever in a day. And then finally I'm like pulling up this tip up and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
You caught a tip
So
up?
I caught a
Was there
tip up.
fish on it?
No, that would have been cool as hell if it was.
I
man,
caught
skeleton.
one on the Connecticut River by where I live, and you know how many people ice fish that
Yeah.
early spring, and there was a perch on the end of it.
Holy crap!
It
Really?
was still alive,
Hmm.
but it was like hanging on for dear life, like emaciated, like was ate the hook and it was coming out the other end. The line was like going right through it, and I like cut
It's
it,
a perch kebab.
cut both,
Mhm.
yeah, cut both ends off, took the tip up, and the fish swam away. But I was like, how do you just lose a whole tip up with you forget about it? Like,
Right?
I don't know.
Impressive.
Yeah,
In the worst kind of way. Impressive.
I gotta find this picture.
I think
Oh,
the
have it here.
well, it's
Oh,
not
there it
really
is.
weird, but I caught
There
a
it
net.
is.
A
Yeah,
net?
a net.
Oh yeah,
jigging.
look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my little tip up. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Was it a
Would've been
regular
cool
tip up or was it one of those pike ones that DJ uses that's got an even bigger spool?
No, it was it was one of the plastic ones that's it's like a flat kind of like
Yeah,
track
yeah.
Oh,
thing,
the little
and it
orange
flips
one,
like this, right?
Mhm.
And so like it's weird. The whole thing flips
That's the
up
thing
when
that spins on the top.
yeah.
Those are the ones I
Um,
had.
dude,
Yeah.
it was really
fun.
strange. Like took me forever and a day to freaking reel it up, and then we kind of joked around afterwards, like take some pool noodles and attach it to the pool noodles and just let it float in open water and use it as a tip up and see if we could just let it next to the boat and see if we could catch a fish on a tip up in open water. That would be pretty
Always-
cool.
Always kind
Dude,
of wanted to do that too.
It's like
Dude, you
Demiki.
could.
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah,
It's mobile
you could
Demiki.
do that.
You could. That'd be so sick. Have a little platform out the front of the boat.
Dude.
Dangle-
Flags up.
Dangle
Just
a
get
weight
you just get a
suspension
bunch.
would
It's
jump
like
in.
and just watch it go around the lake.
dude,
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
afraid
saying.
to
You
jump
just
in
put them
water.
on pool noodles
That
and
would
like
be a
you can
fun thing to
deploy your
do.
little drone army with
Oh my
your
God.
like
Oh
your
God.
tip up army with
Oh.
Demiki rigs. That may be something to try on pool
Yeah.
noodles and just let them float and go.
Y'all ever skate?
You too?
You went with gators?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
Want
I'm
to.
good.
It's scary.
I bet.
You still have all your fingers there, Chubbs, or what?
Yep.
The good ones.
That's a good one.
The ones that matter.
There we go.
Speaking of Chubbs, new movie coming out, I think, right?
Yeah.
You see
Couple
that in
weeks.
Jurassic Park, dude?
Not yet.
Yeah, don't.
I love that whole
The
franchise.
I'm very
every single
excited
one.
because the trailer for the new Adam Sandler looks like it's going to be actually good.
I hope it is good.
Super Troopers had no business being as good as it was, but it was phenomenal in that like dumb comedy way.
Yes.
Super Troopers 2, we all knew was going to be like
Eh.
kind of campy,
Yeah.
but like going into it knowing that, I enjoyed it. They limited the amount of callbacks. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
A sequel to a movie that really wasn't that great
Yeah.
to begin with, but was still great in its own weird, kind of crude, funny way.
Which movie?
Super Troopers.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Happy Gilmore was just a great damn
Yeah.
movie, and I think I'm really hoping he's going to kind of follow that same. What's the word I'm looking for? The same formula that they did with Super Troopers 2, where they limited the amount of callbacks.
Yeah.
Threw in a couple for the fans, like you
Mhm.
know, hey, thanks for sticking around. We love you guys for making it even possible to do a sequel. But hopefully, it has enough of its own uniqueness to stand alone as a sequel. That's my
The
hope.
trailer was
Fingers crossed.
fantastic.
You,
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't seen
I was
it
already
yet.
stoked.
I haven't
Oh, yeah.
watched it.
It's
Shenanigans?
Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is my favorite movie.
What's the name of
I
that
watched
restaurant
it the
with all
other
the
day.
shit on the wall again? Oh, you know, shenanigans.
We did watch.
Put the bottle down. Yeah, I know.
I want a liter of cola.
My oldest golfs for the middle school team, and this season wrapped up a couple weeks ago. But he's still kind of interested in it, so we were talking like, "Oh, we get him to watch Happy Gilmore." And my wife and I, this week and a half ago, we were like, "Oh, we should watch Happy Gilmore with him because Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out." And my youngest was still awake; he's 8.5, and she's like, "Can he watch it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he can watch
Oh
it."
yeah.
And there was a couple of moments in there that he should not have been watching, but I was like, you know what? It's fine.
Like the
Yeah.
Bob Barker scene.
Yep. Oh my god, dude, he laughed himself stupid. He thought that was the funniest thing. Yeah, no, it was great. So now we're all gonna watch Happy Gilmore 2 as a family.
Aw.
Me and my wife, my 13-year-old, and my little 8.5-year-old,
And Andrew.
and Andrew.
I'll
You
cut
want
him.
Max Mexico?
Yes. I don't know. Actually, I've never been to Mexico.
Hi, Chris.
No.
Chris, I did say hi to you in the chat earlier about
Right meow.
new Naked Gun movie. No,
By
I
the
didn't.
way, what you need to do, because I know how much you love punching. I sent you the video, didn't I?
Which one? Maybe
Like a while ago.
go to Florida.
Headwaters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know.
Oh my Atlanta, dude.
Spencer guides down there all winter.
Yeah, I know.
And
He asked
sends
me
me
to fish a
videos.
tournament with him, and I just didn't have the money. I was like, I'm not. Sorry. I just moved down there, and he's like, "You want to fish a tournament?" I'm like, would.
Yeah.
I'm broke, so no.
Mhm.
Hard pass. All right. Tell you what. I think we're gonna call it quits because he has been awake for almost 24 hours. These two have to finish wrapping up the boat and hit the road for at least an hour drive back to your house.
Oh, serious, we get some food.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
I'd be down.
Food does sound good.
You're in New England now. Nothing's open. It's
Oh,
9
that's
o'clock.
true. Yeah.
You're back home. Nothing's open. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's plenty of open
What do you
here in town.
mean?
That's plenty.
COVID killed everything.
Everything closes at like 8 or 9.
No.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yes.
Not here.
Don't even get
Oh,
me
dang.
started.
Oh yeah. No, you got options.
I think McDonald's even closes at 9 by me.
Probably.
They're like,
Know what's crazy about where I lived? I could literally go on my
Cocaine?
phone on DoorDash and get literally anything I could think
it's wild.
within a mile of my house.
Hmm.
Like
Everything down there.
everything. From Checkers to
I don't even know what that is.
what?
I've heard of it, but I've never had
You
it.
do realize
Waffle House.
you know where we
like-
live, right?
Yeah, I know, but Checkers is bomb. You should know about it. I knew about it before you went down there. What is the other place? Oh, so there's a thing down there. If Waffle House closes, it's a very bad hurricane.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no,
I didn't know that.
I knew
The
that,
Waffle
yeah.
House
Based off-
Index.
yes,
I had no
correct.
idea that was a thing.
That is a
How come
thing.
everybody
I
knows?
even knew
lived
that one.
there.
Yeah.
I even knew that
That's a
one.
thing.
The Waffle House Index for Natural Disasters.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate thing.
It's only it's real bad when Waffle House closes.
They closed when I was down there.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's when you guys were
That was
taking
a,
up the
that
house.
was that was a
Oh.
bad.
Yeah,
one.
we got hammered. We got the eye of the storm right over our house.
Yep.
Like literally, we walk outside, everything was flooded up to the door, and the street was probably 3.5, 4 feet of water. And we left. We had to drive out with an X5, which was sketchy because they German electric water.
Yeah.
No, but we got out. We ended up going down to one of our friends' houses for a couple nights, and on the way there, it was dead silent, calm as could be.
Mhm.
Shit everywhere, trees, palms, everything all over the roads. But it looked like a war zone. It was insane. Hurricanes are no joke. I thought it was gonna be cool. It wasn't cool. No, it wasn't cool at all. I mean, the first one was cool because you could hear the wind. It just sounded like a jet constantly.
That's why.
It was weird. It was crazy. But yeah,
What are you trying to read? See you squinting.
I see Drew.
Oh,
I don't
no,
think
Drew
that's from
Santiago.
me. Yeah, okay,
I'm
all right.
done talking to Drew
All
Santiago.
right.
Yeah,
Uh,
he asked a question about glide baits, cadence and stuff like that, and this, like
Oh,
we
there you
just-
go.
Slow roll it.
Yeah,
Little twitch once in a while.
so I told him
Midsummer, I like to actually
him
do
up
my
later.
glide baits a lot more fast and erratically now.
That's one thing I learned being down there. In the hot summer, they love everything super fast.
Like I'll do a
Either extremely slow,
couple slows
very
fast.
and then just burn it for a second and just have it and then let it sit there and then
Kill it. Yeah.
just go back to that
Mhm.
every now and again. But every now and again,
Burn.
just
Mhm.
burn it and just like
Mhm.
because that's what a real bait fish is going to do. If it
Mhm.
sees a predator or senses a predator in the area, you'll see him just
I was fishing the Bio capsize, the 5-inch, and
those things are dope.
dude,
Yeah, they are.
my
I
favorite
don't
bait
have
now.
one yet.
Like 100%, probably one of my go-to baits now. I threw it out. I saw a bunch of fish stacked up like snook on the shore, like logs, and I tossed out there and I slow rolled it past them. It didn't. One kind of turned and looked, and then it just kind of went back.
you burn that thing
I
across.
burned
they
it
just
across like
nuts.
almost as fast as I could, like skipping across the top of the water, and they all came out.
Hmm.
And went after it, and I paused it, and the biggest one came out and smoked.
Mhm.
It was so cool.
That's awesome. All right.
We
Let's-
kind of talked about fishing.
We did a little bit,
Little
but you
bit.
know what? It's fine. There was no plan for
That's like the
tonight.
best surprise ever. That was
Right?
so cool.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like so excited right now. I was just like on my way, like thinking, I'm like, fuck, man, I miss Andrew. This sucks.
Surprise.
Hi.
It's so cool, man.
I'm back to everything up again.
Well,
You want to have fun? Too bad I'm here.
Oh, we gonna mess things up.
Dude, fire ants,
oh, they
No
suck.
joke.
no bueno. No bueno.
I
My
sat on
ankles
fire
are
ants in North Carolina
so
last year.
destroyed. What's that?
I sat on a fire ant nest tying up on in North Carolina last year for my regional tournament.
They itch.
That was bad. That was
So
bad.
I just realized you both are wearing the same shorts. That's so cute.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, look at that.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so comfy.
Yeah, they're nice.
They
They
ruined that.
planned that.
Jimmy, we got food, buddy.
Okay.
Be there soon. All right, let's wrap this up. So I will say, glad to be back. We will be back on a regular basis. Not next week. I'm going to ICAST. I'll be gone Tuesday morning, not coming back till Thursday
Where's
afternoon.
ICAST?
Down
Florida.
in Florida. So you
Dude, I'm gonna watch ICAST with you.
No.
Andrew, just start driving now.
For me to go.
You
For
could have
work?
gone to ICAST without me.
Yep.
What's up, Sean?
I said just start driving now.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Meet you down there.
Get back.
If you start pedaling now, you may be
I am
halfway gone.
My legs are so sore.
I bet.
I gotta get my car inspected tomorrow for the first time, and
Wait,
Just wait.
wait.
I can't.
No,
Yes, you
listen.
can.
New Hampshire's getting rid of inspections.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah, so what?
Dude,
When's your
that's the.
birthday?
I'm sorry. Like,
The best
want to
thing
go.
ever, Sean. Stop it.
no, it's not. It's the dumbest rule. New Hampshire
Yeah,
has
because
like
now I
no.
can have my tinted windows and the cops
No,
don't
that
have
has
to
nothing
be.
to do with it.
Dude,
It's
like
a
the
completely separate
insurance
law.
rules.
Oh.
The insurance rules in New Hampshire is so silly. You know,
get
you
my
got to have
car
like
inspected
$1
before
of
it's
liability
tinted.
insurance or whatever. It's something stupid. Not
Yeah.
really, but
But it's I'm getting it.
an uninspected motorist hits you with no insurance. That's a recipe.
Yeah, that's
for
New Hampshire. Let's
disaster.
go.
That's a recipe
No-
for disaster. Live
No,
free
it's
or
super
die.
fun. Paying medical bills with no insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually cheaper.
Yeah, that's true.
I had
Yep.
because I had some heart stuff going on when I was down there, and I went to the doctors, and it would have been $8,000 for what they did to me.
Cool.
I paid $800
Holy cow.
cash. Well, I haven't paid it yet, but
Yeah.
I'm going.
It's coming.
I got my
I'm going.
hook removed. for
That
my
wasn't a
birthday,
real
that giant
hospital you
hook.
went to, Andrew.
It's pretty close to Mexico.
Did
too,
did the
so-
alleyway have like a swinging light in it?
It
You had to,
did.
like,
It was
knock.
red.
Yeah,
You had to
the
like
red
knock a
light
certain amount of
district.
times to get them to open the door. Yeah.
Come in, come in.
Yeah.
Through like
Does
one of
this smell
the
like chloroform to you?
I love rum balls.
Yeah.
They took my liver.
At least get the money for the liver.
Right.
How much you get for a liver?
Probably not much. I know you can get a good amount for a kidney.
How much is a tracker?
A truck?
About a little less than one kidney's worth.
I got
so.
everything but live scope for that boat already in my car right now.
Thick.
I'm just gonna get that
So
boat.
I just gotta get a boat.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that other boat sold.
Yeah. Well, once that sells, I'm buying a boat.
Sean,
Yeah.
get a good amount for a ball.
That is true.
Oh, dude, you got one of those and one kidney. That's you might be in
That's-
Phoenix
You can
territory
take-
after that.
You can
Well,
take both of them.
that's a boat and a truck territory.
Right.
I think you get like $100,000 for a testicle now.
Wait, what?
It's
Are
like
you serious?
125. Yeah.
Sign me up,
I don't
dude.
need mine anymore.
Sean, where'd you go?
Hi, my name's Sean. Nothing real no this.
I already have a kid.
Yep.
Jesus.
Sean, I ain't having kids. All right, we're done. Thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Again, not back next week because I'll be at ICAST, but week after we'll be back. Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
We will see you guys next week. Just kidding. Next week, as always. Previously, till before I came back. At
Nailed it.
youtube.com/@realnorthernbass.
He did it.
Did I get it?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay.
You gave me a title.
Yeah.
Just like old times.
He pulled a Mulan moment. He actually had it written on his wrist, and he was just
Cut.
Power Pro bracket cut.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Adios.